Anime of the month. Anime for the month of June. Comes highly recommended. Highly recommended. There is probably no higher recommended anime ever. Like in life. Yeah, she just put a decal on her car about smut. Not like she's ashamed of it. I don't think any of them are ashamed of it. To be real, like especially with Wattpad. There was another one, but between the fan fiction and the smut, oh, I know they get down. They get down. But for anime of the month, it comes highly recommended. Probably the most recommended anime of all time. Definitely a favorite of mine. Would I say top 10? Maybe. I'd have to reevaluate my list. Any and everybody's top 10 changes constantly. No, I don't feel like anybody has a set top 10 like forever, especially when new stuff comes out and you go and you like see some different stuff that you've never seen before. There's just way too much stuff out to just be like, oh yeah, this is it for life. Now, I will say there are some shows that just kind of stick with you forever. You know what I'm saying? And like those are just your jams. Like that's Cowboy Bebop for me. I just can't. The way Cowboy Bebop like affected me, the way it hit me. You know what I'm saying? Cowboy Bebop was my solidification like into anime. Like that was like, yeah, this is my shit. Let me go find more. So, you know, that's probably never ever gonna change. It's my favorite all time. It's fine. But as far as like the rest of them, it's like, yeah, they spark joy. But now as you grow and you see more, there's more things that just kind of matter to you in a series that's just like, okay, this is why this gets a spot. And, you know, you're just looking for all of that together, combined, all with the emotional aspect. It's a whole thing. It's a philosophy. But as far as this one goes, I feel like this one hits all the checks, but it's probably the most controversial anime in recent times. Have you seen the trailer for Gachi Kuda? Nope, not at all. I've seen some like some people like took some stills from it and like they made posts. It looks cool. We can probably watch that tonight, actually. Gacha Cooter. That's probably where we're gonna go with it. Have you watched Gacha Cooter? Nope. I haven't seen that one. But like I said, this one comes highly recommended. This one's probably most controversial. But it's a lot of people's favorites. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the people that's out there that just refuses to watch it. And yet it's probably one of I don't want to say the best anime ever, but as far as we'll say global impact, it's up there. So if you haven't guessed it yet, Anime of the month. See, already marinated with the ill, but it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. For the month of June, One Piece. One Piece is the anime of the month. I recently went to go see the One Piece Orchestra Symphony in Atlanta. And when I tell you, it was the bougiest weeb experience I could ever experience as a weeb. Glass of wine, what was I gonna say? Full orchestra, anime. They put the anime on the big screen. There was sing-alongs. Like, the way it was an experience. It was an experience, and that just kind of reignited, like, the hype, the love for the story. When you hear people talk about The Climb, this is a climb that not a lot of people want to take. Not a lot of people want to take this climb. Oh, it's over 1,000 episodes. The animation. You know, just filler. And that's okay. That's okay. I do consider myself as a One Piece Jehovah's Witness. I will go under your post and tell you to watch One Piece. But I also understand that it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. I'm not gonna sit there and hawk you down and be like, no, you have to watch this. Like, no, don't say. I'm not gonna argue with you about it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. Not a lot of people have that attention span. I know I'd be head ass about shit. That's the only reason why I could sit through all these episodes and, like, catch up the way I did. Because I'll sit there and watch, 60 episodes in a week straight. Because, like I said, I'm head ass that way. I can't expect everybody to be head ass that way. Some people recommend taking breaks in between. Some people are like, why do I need to take breaks in between? That means the anime is ass or something that's too long. At this point, not gonna argue about it. Not gonna argue about it. They don't want to watch it. Cool, that's fine. I'm gonna just talk with the other One Piece folks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all to go watch it. I'm gonna recommend it. You know what I'm saying? Watch it within your capacity. And then on top of that, what anime do you know that gets a reboot while the original anime is still out? I feel like that's insane to me. Not only did it get a reboot, it got a fucking live action, and it's doing pretty well. I haven't watched it because I'm not a fan of the live action, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people said it's good. A lot of people says it's following the source material. Like, they're not going super crazy with it. I seen Chopper get revealed. Chopper looks great for a live action. You never know how things are going to turn out when stuff like that happens, but yeah, Chopper looks good. Chopper looks good. Once we get Brook, because Brook is my favorite One Piece. He's my favorite Straw Hat. So once we get Brook introduced, once he gets involved, maybe I might check it out. Maybe. But right now, I'm cool with where I'm at. One thing I do want to do is hop on to the manga, because one thing I'm super afraid of is how they handle when they actually find the One Piece. I feel as though it has to be like a global reveal. Like, I feel like just the manga's not gonna be enough, because there are way too many people out there that don't read the manga, and I feel like this is probably one of the greatest mysteries in anime history, only because it's been going for so long, and it still hasn't been revealed. But we know that this is like one of the main, end games for the show. Come to find out, there's more than one now. They're just Luffy apparently has a dream that he has to be the king of the pirates for, but so that's why he has to get the One Piece, but we still don't even know what the One Piece is. I know one of my biggest things that I would like to see revealed in the story is what happened during the Void Century, and I know right now they're coming out with little bits and pieces connecting the puzzle, so that's one of the biggest reasons why I want to hop onto the manga. But I feel like with the reveal of the One Piece, they're gonna have to come out with the manga. The manga chapter has to drop the same day. I feel like the anime episode has to drop the same day. They might have to come out with a movie or something. They might have to come out with like a theatrical reveal. You know what I'm saying? So people could go out and watch it and see it. I don't know, because the way the spoilers are going to destroy the One Piece community, spoilers are bad now, as it is in anime. But I feel like with the reveal of the One Piece, it's gonna be astronomical. Everybody's gonna know. Everybody is going to know what it is. People are going to be upset. People are going to be like, say spoilers, or give the spoiler warning. People don't care. The animated community doesn't care. The anime community does not give a fuck. They're going to be like, hey, One Piece revealed, and then before it's even like put out there, because one thing they'll do, they'll take screenshots of the Japanese releases and then start putting it out there. Like, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. It gives me anxiety on how they reveal the One Piece. It's gonna be a sad day for a lot of folks. It's gonna be an exciting day, a happy day for a lot of folks, depending on what it is. Because now it comes to what is the One Piece? So the One Piece could either be, the friends we make along the way. That's gonna, piss a lot of people off. Then you got, some people want it to be something like tangible, like some mystic artifact, something crazy, treasure, just all the money. We don't know. And I feel like depending on what that is could make or break the series. So big shout out to Oda. He did his thing. I made the climb maybe a couple years ago. I don't think the author knows either. He might not. He might just be flying by the seat of his pants, but he's been doing a great job so far, if that's the case. That's why it hasn't been revealed yet, or maybe he has a plan. Who knows? All right, let me see. I'm that way with Z. Wait, I'm just not interesting. To me, it's boring to watch for me. I'm that way with DBZ. My ADHD could never. For DBC, Chopper got unnecessary hate. I didn't see no hate for Chopper. I didn't see any hate for Chopper. This is one of those animes to watch. It would have to be background noise for me. 2 pieces next. People have been calling it One Piece Shippuden. One Piece Shippuden is gonna be the next series. To be honest, One Piece is the one anime I know nothing about. I mean, if you don't care about it, you don't really have to seek it out. But caught that. I don't think the author knows either. That's why it hasn't been revealed yet. But they did say that it was supposed to be ending sometime next year. So it's a lot. If I could describe One Piece, I would call it this generation's Odyssey. We've all watched that movie Odyssey. In the classrooms, we've all read the Odyssey in school. Back the fucking 70s. When did the Odyssey come out? I know it was a super old movie. I think this is the new Odyssey. It's damn near long enough. 9th grade, I can't even tell you when the last time I seen the Odyssey was. I love the Odyssey though, by the way. The Odyssey was my jam. It's been going for 26 years, this anime. Yep, I think it dropped 98, 99. And it has had some evolution for sure. It has never looked like this. It hasn't looked like this until recently. So that's another fun thing. Each saga had its own different art style. So, that was kind of fun to watch and notice, and just the lore. And like I said, if you have the capacity for it, I would recommend it. I would absolutely recommend it. That's why this comes as anime of the month for June. If you've ever wanted to take that climb, I say go for it. One thing I'm excited about is to learn more about the Void Century and to see what the One Piece is. I know it's slowly coming to an end, but until then, we're just gonna vibe with it, and we'll see what happens from there. The most controversial anime of the month. I mean, exactly. That's why I said that. This one it's one of the highest, most controversial anime of all time. Because either you watch it, or you don't. And some folks hate it. And then you got the folks that refuse to watch it. Like, it just comes. And then you got the folks that saying it's the best anime ever. And it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. But it's been out for so long that, it just accumulated all these different points and opinions. So, I feel like that's a fun little thing. That is a fun little thing.